Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new production by Chariot Theatre.
Добрый вечер. Добро пожаловать на новую пьесу театра Черед.
Rehearsals are never easy. They're always a little bit stressful.
Знаете, репетиции никогда не бывают легкими, это всегда повод для стресса.
As a director, it's my job sometimes to try to hold things together until the play finally manages to finish.
Как режиссер, это обычно моя, в смысле его, работа, держать все вместе, контролировать до финишной прямой.
And for a lot of reasons during this show, I had a lot of conflicts that made it really difficult for me to do my job.
И по многим причинам перед сегодняшней премьерой было много поводов, по которым я не мог нормально заниматься своими задачами.
And it became the job of the actors to do a lot of the heavy lifting that I would normally do myself.
И это стало задачей актеров заниматься тяжелой работой, которой обычно занимался бы я сам.
I can't say thank you for every single thing that the actors did in this show.
Я не могу поблагодарить их за каждую вещь, которую они сделали ради этой пьесы.
Because I don't know all of the things that they actually did.
Потому что я не знаю, что именно они сделали.
But I can say thank you to a few specific groups.
Но я могу отдельно поблагодарить несколько отдельных групп.
So I would like to say a very big thank you to Dan, who's speaking to you now.
Мне спасибо, да.
And another one of our actresses, Diana.
И еще одна наша актриса Диана.
They did a wonderful job helping manage this big Chekhov script, which is much too big, goodness. And they worked very hard with the other actors. You can paraphrase this however you'd like to. They worked with all of the actors so that the actors all had a lot of input in finding ways to modify and strengthen the script in a way that we were able to make it a little bit shorter, but without feeling like we were missing anything.
В общем, коллективный это был труд.
Yeah, I think he just did it just now. He shortened whatever. That was impressive. I would also like to say thank you to Aglaya, if anybody knows Aglaya.
Отдельное спасибо нашей Аглае,
who, without being asked, created 5 different poster ideas.
которая самостоятельно придумала 5 разных идей для нашего постера, для нашей афиши.
Which we were able to use for the program, yes, thank you, and for the tickets and whatnot. And also for creating a couple of other things that required an artistic touch, because she is quite the artist.
И, в принципе, за то, что помогла нам с декорациями, все, что связано с художеством, нам помогла Аглая.
I want to say thank you to Sergey and Diana again.
Отдельное спасибо Сергею и снова Диане.
For being my contact person with the theaters and the rehearsal studios, because I don't speak Russian and I can't do that. And they were able to make all of that possible.
За то, что они занимались организационными вопросами, связью с площадкой, с репетиционными площадками, поскольку человек не говорит по-русски, как вы уже поняли.
Yes. And again, this is where I want to say thank you to every single actor, even though I don't know exactly what they did to contribute, because everybody did so many different things. So if you talk to one of the actors, if you know one of our cast members, ask them. They can tell you all of the extra hard work that they normally don't have to do, that they put into this show to make it work.
В общем, если вам будет интересно, после пьесы расспросите любого из нас, и мы вам с удовольствием расскажем, кто именно чем занимался для этой пьесы.
So, if you've ever wondered what it would look like if Chariot Theatre tried to do Chekhov, welcome to our show.
Если вам когда-то было интересно, что будет, если театр Черед замахнется на Чехова, вот.
I hope you enjoy not Chekhov. Well, it is Chekhov. I hope you enjoy Chaika Out West.
Надеемся, вам понравится Чайка Out West.
Thank you. I'm just guessing. I don't know what's Russian. Oh, there we go.
And the other guy was speaking. Yeah, I think that's Russian. I think that's Russian.
I think Mr.
Tomorrow! Only tomorrow! Very special event! Come to our place! Our piece of true Russian culture! Masterpiece from Anton for cultural edification, Anton Pavlovich Chekhov, The Seagull. Whew. Хватит. Пора спать. Tomorrow, only tomorrow. Cultural edification. Come to our great Chaika.
The scene is laid in the Pyotr Nikolaevich Sorin's estate. A broad avenue of trees leads us away from the audience towards a lake which lies lost deep in the forest. In the middle of the way, there is a rough stage, temporarily erected for the amateur theatricals. It's getting late. Enters Masha and Medvedenko. Masha is the daughter of Shamraev, Sorin's estate manager. She's madly in love with Konstantin Treplev, Sorin's nephew. Alas, he doesn't return her affections. No, who should love Masha but the young schoolmaster, Medvedenko? Alas, she doesn't return his affections. I believe you Americans call this, love triangle.
Why do you always wear mourning?
I dress in black to match my life. I'm unhappy.
Why should you be unhappy? I don't understand. You're healthy, and though your father, the estate manager, isn't rich, but he makes a good living. My life is far harder than yours, but I don't wear mourning.
Happiness does not depend on riches. Poor men are often happy.
In theory, yes, but not in reality.
The play will soon begin.
Yes. Nina Zarechny is going to act in Treplev's play. They love one another, you know, and their two souls will join tonight. She, the actress, and he, the writer. I suppose there is no ground in which your soul and mine can meet. I love you. I tramp here every day 6 miles and back to be met only by your indifference. I reckon you have no desire to marry a man who can barely find enough food for himself.
It is not that. I'm touched by your affection. I just cannot return it, that is all. Will you take some?
No, thank you.
You do nothing but moralize or else talk about money. To you, poverty is the greatest misfortune that can befall a man. But I think it is 1,000 times easier to go begging in rags than to... Oh, but you wouldn't understand.
Look, here comes Sorin and Treplev.
Oh, for some reason, my boy, country life doesn't suit me. Oh, I woke up at 10 and... woke at 10 and... It's so disaster. I sleep like a dog. I feel that my brain had stuck to my skull. And yet, accidentally, I dropped off to sleep again after dinner and feel now utterly done up. It is like a nightmare.
Well, yes, there's no doubt that you should live in town. You will be called when the play begins, my friends, but you must not stay here now. Go away, please.
Oh, Miss Masha, will you kindly ask your father to leave the dog unchained? It howled so last night that my sister was unable to sleep.
You must speak to my father yourself. Please excuse me, I can't do so. Come, let us go.
Yes, it is always this way in the country. This dog is going to howl all night again. I come here to rest for a month's holiday, and still I'm plagued by such irritations that I'm long to escape the very next day. Willy-nilly, one still has to live somewhere.
Just like a real theatre.
Splendid.
Here we have the curtain and nothing more. The eye travels direct to the lake and rests on the horizon. We raise the curtain at 8:30, just as the moon rises.
Wow.
Of course, the whole effect will be ruined if Nina is not here. She should be here by now, but it is like trying to steal her from a prison to get her away from home. Uncle, your beard and hair are a mess. Shouldn't you have them trimmed?
The tragedy of my existence. When I was younger, I always looked as if I were drunk. Why my sister is out of temper?
Why? Because she's jealous and bored. She is not acting the scene. Nina is. And so she sets herself against me and against the performance of my play, which she hates, without ever having read it.
Does she? Really?
Yeah. She is furious because Nina is going to have a success on this little stage. Without a doubt, my mother used to be a great, talented actress capable of sobbing over a novel and reciting Whitman by heart. But she alone must be praised and raved over, her acting extolled to the skies. She cannot get that kind of attention in the country, so she grows peevish and cross, thinks we're all against her. And I know for a fact she has 17,000 rubles in a bank in Odessa. And if you ask her for money, she'll start crying.
Oh, my boy. You thought that your mother dislikes your play and this thought has excited you, but you must keep calm. Your mother adores you.
Adores me. Let's see how much she adores me, shall we? She loves me. Loves me not. Loves me not. See, she doesn't love me. And I mean, why should she? I am already 25 years old, a reminder that she's no longer young. When I'm away, she's 32. In my presence, she's 43. She hates me for it. She knows, too, that I despise the modern stage. To me, her theatre is merely a vehicle of convention and prejudice. But the curtain rises on her stage, and those mighty playwriting geniuses try to instruct us common folk in the act of eating, drinking, walking, loving, wearing our coats, and try to extract some sort of moral from their insipid talk, and show us under 1,000 different guises the same old stuff. I must run from it, Uncle. Like Maupassant ran from the Eiffel Tower that was about to crush him by its vulgarity.
But we can't do without theater.
No. But we must have it under a new form, or not at all. I love my mother, but I think she leads a stupid life. I regret she's a famous actress. Sometimes I think if she were an ordinary woman, I'd be a happier man.
Oh, my boy. Tell me, by the way, what's Trigorin's like? He's always so silent, I can't understand him.
That would be my mother's latest bore. Trigorin, well, he's clever, simple, well-mannered, a bit melancholic in disposition. He's still under 40, and he's heaped with praise. As for his stories, they, how should I put it? Pleasing, full of talent, but if you read Tolstoy or Zola, somehow don't enjoy the going.
Do you know, I like literary men. I once passionately desired two things, to become an author and to marry. I have succeeded in neither. But it must be pleasant to be even an insignificant author.
I hear footsteps.
It can be that I'm late. No, I'm not late.
Why, Enchantress, my girl of dreams, of course you're not late.
I've been in a fever all day. I was so afraid my parents would prevent my coming, but they've just gone driving. The sky is clear. The moon is rising. How I hurried to get here. How I urged my horse to go faster and faster. Oh, goodness. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so glad to see you.
Your eyes look as if you were crying. You mustn't do that.
No, it's nothing. Do let us hurry. I must go in a half hour. My father doesn't know I'm here. No, for heaven's sake, do not urge me to stay.
Well, then there's no time to lose. The play must commence. We must call upon the audience.
I'll go call them this very minute. I once sang this song to my fellow lawyer, and he said to me that my voice is a powerful one, but a disagreeable.
I was so afraid my parents would prevent my coming, but they've just gone driving. My father will never let me come here. They call this place Bohemia and are afraid I shall become an actress. But this lake attracts me as it does the gulls. My heart is so full of you.
We are alone.
Isn't that someone over there?
No.
What is that tree?
That's an elm.
Why does it look so dark?
It's evening. Everything looks dark now. Don't go away after the performance, I beg you.
I must.
What if I were to follow you, Nina? I could stand outside in your garden with my eyes on your window.
Impossible. The watchman would see you and the puppy is not used to you yet and would bark. Hush.
Who is that? Is that you, Uncle?
It's our audience arriving.
Okay, to our places then. The play must commence.
Yes, sir.
I'll just check that the sulfur and alcohol are ready. There'll be fumes of sulfur when the eyes shine out, right? Okay, everything seems to be ready. Are you nervous?
Yes, very. But I'm not so much afraid of your mother as I am of Trigorin. He's so famous. Is he young?
Yes.
What beautiful stories he writes.
I've never actually read any of them, so I can't say.
In your stories, there is so little action, and there are no living characters in it.
Living characters? Life must be represented, not as it is.
It seems more like a recitation. I think love should always come into every play.
It's getting down. Go back and put on your galoshes.
I'm quite warm.
You never will take care of yourself. You are a doctor and you must know that damp air is bad for you. It's just you like to see me suffer, that's what it is. All yesterday evening you sat out on the terrace with Madame Arkadina on purpose.
Tell me not that youth is wasted.
You were so enchanted by her conversation, you did not even notice the cold. Confess that you admire her.
I'm 55 years old.
A trifle. That is not old for a man. You have kept your looks magnificently. And women still like you.
What are you trying to tell me?
You men are all ready to fall to your knees for an actress. All of you.
It is only right that society should treat authors highly and think of them differently than, say, merchants. It is a form of idealism.
And when women have loved you and thrown themselves upon you, has that been idealism too?
I cannot say. In me they loved first of all a superior doctor. If you recall, 10 years ago I was the only decent doctor in this part of the town. And I have always acted as a man of honor.
Oh, dearest.
Quiet, people are coming.
She acted most beautifully. She acted most beautifully at the Poltava Fair in 1873. She was magnificent. But tell me, where Joseph Jefferson, the comedian, is now?
I don't know where those antediluvians are. I know nothing about them.
Ah, Joseph Jefferson. The stage is not what it was back in his time.
It is true, we have few dazzling geniuses these days. But on the other hand, the average of acting is much higher.
Well, I cannot agree with you. However, it is a matter of taste. The gustibus.
When will the play begin, my dear boy?
In a moment, Mother. I must ask you all to have a little bit of patience.
My son, thou turnest my eyes into my very soul, and there were black spots that were never to eat.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. The play is about to begin. I shall commence. O ye time-honored ancient mists that drive at night across the surface of this lake, blind your eyes with sleep and show us in our dreams that which will be here in twice 10,000 years.
But there won't be anything in twice 10,000 years.
Let them show us that nothingness.
Let them, we are asleep.
All men and beasts, lions, eagles, and quails, horned stags, geese, spiders, silent fish that inhabits the waves, starfish from the sea, and all creatures invisible to the eye. In one word, life. All life, completing the dreary round impulsed upon it, has died out at last. 1,000 years have passed since the earthless bore a living creature in her breast, and the unhappy moon now lights her lamp in vain. No more cries of the storks heard in the meadows, or the drone of the beetles in the lime groves. All is cold, cold, cold. All is void, void, void. All is terrible, terrible, terrible. The bodies of all living creatures have dropped to dust, and their souls have flowed together into one, and their great world soul am I. In me is the spirit of the great Alexander, of Napoleon, of Caesar, of Shakespeare, and of the tiniest leech that swims. In me, the consciousness of man have joined hands with the instinct of the animal. I understand all, and each life lives again in me.
This the decadent rubbish is that.
Mother!
I am alone. Once in 100 years my lips are opened, and my voice echoes mournfully across the desert earth, and no one hears. Even you, poor lights of the marsh, you do not hear me. You are engendered in the sunset and the putrid mud, unconscious, unreasoning, unwarmed by the breath of life. Satan, father of eternal matter, has ordered an unceasing movement of the atoms, and so you shift and change forever. While I, the spirit of the universe, I alone am immutable and eternal. Like a captive in a dungeon deep and void, I know not where I am, nor what awaits me. One thing only is clear to me. In my obstinate and fierce battle with Satan, father of eternal matter, I am destined to be victorious in the end. But this will only come to pass by slow degrees. After countless eons, The moon and earth and shining Sirius himself shall fall to dust. Until that hour, oh horror, horror, horror. Satan, my mighty fall advances. I see his dread and lurid eyes.
I smell sulfur. Is that done on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, it's a part of effect.
Lungs for man.
You have taken your head again. Put it on, you'll catch cold. He has taken off his head in deference to Satan.
That's it. That's the end of the performance. Go on, Nina.
Why are you so angry? What are you so angry about?
My apologies. I forgot that only chosen few may write plays and act them. I seem to have infringed on the monopoly.
What's the matter with him? Why is
You
he-
hurt his feelings.
But he told me that it was all meant and fun. And, that it was all comedy.
Nevertheless,
But right now it happens that he has produced a masterpiece. He arranged everything, fumigated us with this sulfur to introduce us to new form of art. I'm tired of him.
he had tried to give you pleasure.
Is it so? He didn't choose an ordinary play, right? He forced his decadent trash on us. There is nothing new about it. This is just the bad temper.
Everybody must write as he feels and as best he may.
Let him write as he feels, but let him spare his nonsense.
When Jupiter is angry, then Jupiter is wrong.
I am a woman, not Jupiter. And I'm not angry. I'm just sorry that a young, talented man is foolishly wasting his time. But why? I didn't want to hurt him.
No one has any ground to separate life from matter, as the spirit may well consist of the union of material atoms. Someday you should write a play and put on the stage the life of a schoolmaster. It's a hard life.
I agree with you. But let's not talk about atoms and plays, right? Look, it's such a wonderful evening. Listen, you hear singing. It sounds so sweet.
Yes, they are singing across the water.
Ten or 15 years ago. So on this lake there was laughter, music, and romance. Such romance. And the main star of all of them back, it was Dr. Yevgeny Dorn. He's fascinating now, but then he was irresistible. But my conscience is beginning to prick me. Why did I hurt my son? Why I was so uneasy about him? Kostya! Kostya!
Shall I go and find him?
Please, dear.
Mr. Konstantin! Oh, Mr. Konstantin! Bravo! Bravo!
We were one quite charmed about your acting. With your looks and your voice, it's a crime to hide yourself in the country. You must be very talented. And this is your duty to go on stage, do you hear me?
No, it's a dream of my life which will never come true.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you will. Let me present you, Monsieur Istrigorin.
Delighted to meet you. I've read all of your books.
Nice to meet you.
Don't be afraid of him. He's good soul. And he also is ashamed, even if he is a celebrity.
It was a curious play, wasn't it?
Yes, it really was that. I did not understand it at all, but I watched with great pleasure because you were acting with such sincerity. And the setting was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
There must be a lot of fish in this lake.
Yes, there are.
You know, I love fishing. I love fishing. I know of nothing pleasanter than to sit on a lake shore with my eyes on a floating cork.
Why? I think that for one who has tasted the joys of creation, no other pleasure could exist.
Oh, they do, actually.
Don't talk to me like that. He always starts rambling when people say nice things to him.
I remember when the famous Silva was singing once at the Moscow Opera House, how delighted we were when he took the low C. And how astonished was the audience when one of the church choir, who was sitting in the gallery, suddenly boomed out, "Bravo Silva," a whole octave lower. It was like this: "Bravo Silva." We were left breathless.
An angel of silence has flown over our heads.
I must go. Goodbye.
Where to?
My father is waiting for me. Sorry.
No, it's so difficult to let you go. But if you must, we can't keep you.
If only you knew how hard it is for me to leave you all.
Let's stay just for 1 hour more.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Goodbye.
An unlucky girl. Your mother left her entire immense fortune to the husband, and so he has already willed this away to the second wife. She has no penny. Pitiful.
Yeah, her papa is a complete ass, and I don't mind saying so.
Let us go in because night is damp and my legs are aching.
Yes.
Let us. Thank you. I hear this dog is calling again. Can you leave it unchained, Shamraev?
I cannot do so, sir. The granary is full of millet, and the thieves may break in if the dog is not there. Yes, a whole octave lower, and he wasn't a singer either, just a simple member of the church choir.
And how does the church pay its singers?
I may have lost my reason and my wits, but I must admit, I like the play. There was something in it. When the girl spoke of her solitude and the devil's eyes gleamed across the lake, I felt my hands trembling with excitement. It was so fresh, so naive. I think I shall say something pleasant to him.
All gone already?
I am here.
Masha's been yelling for me all over the park. An insufferable creature.
Konstantin, your play delighted me. It was strange, sure, and I didn't see the ending, but it has made a very deep impression on me. My boy, you have a great deal of talent, and you must persevere with your work.
Thank you so much.
How excitable you are. Oh, your eyes, they're full of tears. Oh. Listen to me. You chose your subject matter in the realm of abstract thought, and you were quite right in doing so. A work of art should invariably embody some lofty idea, for only that is taken seriously can ever be considered beautiful.
So you advise me to persevere?
Yes, but only use your talent to write about deep, eternal truth. You know, I have led a quiet life, and I'm a contented man. But if I ever experience the exaltation that the author might feel in the moment of creation, I think I'll just shed the mortal envelope of my own body and soar into heaven.
Where's Nina?
And one more thing. You must know what you're writing about. An artist must have a definite object in view, for if you follow the road of art without a goal, you will lose yourself. And your genius will become your own undoing.
Pardon me. Where is Nina?
She's gone home.
Gone home?
Mm.
What should I do? I want to see her. I must see her. I'm gonna go.
Your mother wants you to come in, Mr. Constantine. She's waiting for you. She's very uneasy.
Tell her I've gone away. And please, for the love of God and everything that is holy, don't follow me about. Go away and leave me alone.
Come, old chap, don't act like this. This isn't nice at all.
Thank you, Doctor. And goodbye.
Youth, youth.
There's always youth, when there is nothing else to be said.
Don't do this. This is horrid. They're singing in the house. I must go there.
Wait a moment.
What do you want?
I feel like talking. I do not love my father. My heart turns to you for some reason. Help me, or I shall do something foolish and mock at my life and ruin it.
What do you want? How can I help you?
I'm in agony. No one can imagine how I suffer. I love Constantine.
Oh, you lovelorn souls, enchanted by this lake of spells. But please tell me, my child, what can I do for you?
Even the dullest of citizen can be stirred by the magic of nature. The splash of the lake, the call of the loon, and the wind in the pine forests.
Well, that until the company cuts them all down.
That our hearts are slaves to our passions is as true as the far east of Russia as here in your Western America wilderness.
I'm sorry, but I've got a question here.
Speak, good sir.
Now, you clearly are mighty fine actors, and we sure appreciate you riding all the way across the prairie to come to and put on here a show for us. But
it is our pleasure.
Well.
What Bob's trying to say is,
Thank you, Miss Squire.
Is there gonna be any action in the show, or is it all talk?
But there is a great deal of action, madam.
Well, I guess what I'd like to know is all the action of the philosophical variety?
Is it gonna be any songs, maybe, or a shootout, or maybe some kind of Shakespeare speech or something?
Them fellas that was through here last year did some of them Shakespeare speeches. You remember that, Rebecca?
Oh yeah, I do, Cora, and I quite liked some of those. Yeah.
Rebecca here even learned some of them speeches. Do you still remember any of them speeches, Rebecca?
I guess, I don't know.
Dear Rebecca.
Don't be shy now.
Dear Rebecca. You shouldn't. You cannot refuse the muse when she whispers her song into your ear. So, which one of those Shakespeare speeches found purchase in your mind?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know.
Nonsense! Let's have some applause for our local talent, our budding celebrity, Miss Rebecca.
Whoa.
How can my muse one subject to invent? While thou dost breathe that paused into my verse, thine own sweet argument, too excellent for every vulgar paper to rehearse. Oh, give thyself the thanks, if aught in me worthy perusal stand against thy sight. For who so dumb that cannot write to thee, when thou thyself dost give invention light? Be thou the 10th muse, 10 times more in worth than those old 9 which rhymers invocate. And he that calls on thee, let him bring forth eternal numbers to outlive long date. If my slight muse do please his curious days, the pain be mine, but thine shall be the praise.
See that now? That sure was pretty.
A mighty fine speech, Rebecca, mighty fine.
Thank you. An impressive performance indeed, Miss Rebecca. Keep your eye on her, good sir. Lest we sweep her off her feet all the way back
Come on, honey.
to Moscow to join our merry troupe.
Well, over my dead body.
Excuse me, what's the delay here? We're ready to begin Act 2.
Calm down there, son. We were just having some polite conversation is all.
Our guests were merely expressing their hopes that we could provide some more action. Perhaps a song in the upcoming scenes.
You would like some more action, you say?
Демьян, успокойся.
Сейчас не твой выход, Надя, молчи.
Now, mister, there is no need for all that.
So you'd like a song, perhaps, or a little more action.
Miss, you'd best get control of your man right
You
now.
wanted more action, Bob.
Get him down there, son.
All part of the show, folks. See you in Act 2.
A little preview of what's to come. And now Act 2! We find ourselves in the lawn of Soren's house. Just imagine the setting. Behind us is the great log structure, a summer house where the family retreats in the warm months when the Moscow simply too hot. A lake lies before us, brightly reflecting the rays of the sun. It is noon and it is warm, and some of our friends are come and get comfortable under the shade of a linden tree.
Come, Masha. Come, sit to me, right beside you. You are 22, and I'm almost twice your age. Tell me, doctor, which of us is the youngest looking?
You are, of course.
You see, this is why. Because I always work. My heart, my mind are always busy, whereas you never move off the same spot. You never leave.
I feel as if I had been in a world 1,000 years and I trail my life behind me like an endless scarf.
Goodness.
Often I have no desire to live at all. Of course it's foolish. One should pull oneself together and shake off such nonsense. Oh, are you happy now?
Happy girl.
Step. Mother and father have gone to trek. Was a whole 3 days and you're free for these days. It's so pleasant for you.
Yes, I'm so happy. I belong to you now.
She looks lovely today.
Thank you.
She's wonderful, but let's not praise her. We can spoil her. Where is Trigorin?
I don't know. He was fishing.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's not bored, right? Tell me, what's happened to my son? Why is he so depressed and dull, spending all his time on the lake? I scarcely see him.
His heart is heavy. Please recite something from his play.
Shall I? Is it so interesting?
When he recites, his eyes shine and his face grows pale. His voice is beautiful and sad, and he has the ways of a poet.
Pleasant dreams.
Are you asleep?
No, not a bit. Not a bit.
You must do something with your health, for your health.
The idea of doing something for one's health at 65.
Nonsense.
Well, take some chamomile tea, I guess.
No, a trip to sanatorium could be good for him.
He may go as well as not.
He should give up smoking.
Nonsense.
No, that is not nonsense. Alcohol and tobacco destroy the individuality. After a glass of vodka or a cigarette, you're no longer Pyotr Storin, but Pyotr Storin plus something else. Your ego breaks in two, and you start thinking about yourself in third person.
Huh. You speak as you have known all what about life. What is this? But I have never lived. I served in the Department of Justice for 28 years, and I have never had any experiences. You associated with life, and that's why you have an inclination for philosophy. But as for me, I want to live, and that's why I drink wine for dinner and smoke cigars and all.
One must take life seriously, and trying to find a cure while complaining that one didn't have enough experience in use is, forgive me saying so, ridiculous.
It must be lunchtime. My foot has gone to sleep.
She's gonna have a few drinks before lunch.
The poor soul is unhappy.
That is a trifle, Your Honor.
You are talking like you have obtained all in your life.
What can be duller than this dear tedium of the country? The air is hot, everybody does nothing, just sit and philosophize about their life. But I'd rather sit alone in my hotel room and learn a role by heart.
You're quite right. I understand how you feel.
Of course, it's pleasant to live in town, to see how everything is nice and pretty, and you can sit in one's library with a telephone on one's elbow and everything.
Here they are. How do you do? Delighted to see you so well. My wife tells me that you plan to go to town with her today. Is that so?
Yes, that was the plan.
But how do you intend to get there, madam? You know that we haul rice today and all the men are busy. What horses would you take?
What horses? How should I know what horses we will have?
No, why? We have the carriage horses.
The carriage horses? And where do I get the harnesses for them? This is astonishing. My dear madam, you know that I have utmost respect for your talents and I would gladly sacrifice 10 years of my life for you, but I cannot let you have any horses today.
This is all the time. Under these circumstances, I shall go to Moscow this very day. You order a carriage for me from the village, or I shall go on foot.
Under these circumstances, I resign from my position. You must find yourself another manager.
This is old story. It's every summer, it's exactly the same. I shall never set foot here again. Boris! Boris!
What the deuce does he mean by his impudence? I want all horses here, at once!
How could he refuse anything to Madame Arkadina, the famous actress?
Exactly!
What can I do all about it? Put yourself in my place and tell me what I can do.
Let us find my sister and beg her not to go. And your husband is insufferable, regular tyrant. Oh, I shall talk with him in a moment.
How tiresome people are. You know your husband deserves to be thrown out of his neck and crop. But it will all end with this old Granny Sorin and his sister asking the man to forgive them. See if it doesn't.
He has sent the carriage horses into the fields too. This misunderstandings occur every day. If only you knew how they upset me. I'm ill, you see. I'm trembling all over. I can't endure his rough ways. Eugen, my darling, my beloved, take me to you. Our time is short, we are no longer young. Let us end our deception and concealment, even though it's only at the end of our lives.
I'm 55 years old. It is too late for me to change my ways of
I
living.
know you refuse me because there are other women who are near to you and you can't take everybody. I understand. Excuse me, I see that I'm only bothering you.
No, it's all right.
But I'm tortured with jealousy. You are a doctor and you can't escape women. I understand.
How are things in the house?
Oh, Madame Arkadina is crying, and Soren is having an asthma attack.
Oh, well then. Let's give them all some chamomile tea.
Oh,
Here are some flowers.
Oh, merci.
Oh, such beautiful flowers. Give me those flowers. Give them to me.
how strange it is to see a famous actress weeping, and for such a trifle. Is it not strange, too, that a famous author should sit fishing all day? I always thought that famous people are distant and proud. But here I see them weeping and playing cards and flying into passions, like everybody else.
Are you alone?
Yes? What do you mean by this?
I was base enough today to kill this gull. I lay it at your feet.
What is happening to you?
So shall I soon take my own life.
You've changed so much. I failed to recognize you.
Yes, I have changed since the time I failed to recognize you. You have failed me. Your look is cold. You do not like to have me near you.
You've grown so irritable lately, and you talk so darkly and symbolically that you must forgive me if I fail to follow you. I am too simple to understand you.
All this began when my play failed so miserably. A woman could never forgive failure. I've burned the manuscript till the very last page. If only you can fathom my unhappiness. Your estrangement is to me terrible, incredible. It is as if I'd suddenly woken up to find this lake dried up and sunk into the earth. You say you're too simple to understand me, but oh, what is there to understand? You dislike my play. You've no faith in my powers. You already think of me as commonplace and worthless. How well can I understand you? That understanding is like a dagger in the brain. There he goes. A real genius. Striding along like another Hamlet. With a book, too. Words, words, words. You see the sun that he is already. Your eyes melt and glow liquid in its rays. Why should not disturb you?
Takes snuff and drinks vodka. Always wears black dresses. Is loved by a school teacher.
How do you do?
Oh, how do you do, Miss Nina? Due to an unforeseen development of circumstances, it seems that we are living here today. We probably shall never see each other again, and I'm sorry for it. I seldom see a young, pretty girl now. I hardly remember how it feels to be 19. And in my books, young girls are seldom living characters. I should like to change places with you.
And I should like to change places with you.
Why?
To find out what being a famous genius feels like. What sensations does it give you?
Sensations? I don't believe it gives any.
But when you read about yourself in the papers...
Well, if they praise me, I'm happy. If they condemn me, I'm out of sorts for the next 2 days.
If only you knew how I envy you. You,
Oh.
1 out of a million, was born to a meaningful life. You're so lucky.
Me lucky?
Yes. Your life is beautiful.
I don't see anything especially lovely about it. Excuse me, I have to go back and continue to write at once. I'm in a hurry. Although,
Louder!
you know, you have struck a nerve, and I think yes, let's discuss the bright and beautiful life of mine. Violent obsessions sometimes lay hold of a man, and he may think day and night of nothing but the moon. I too have such a moon. Day and night, I am held in the grip of one besetting thought: to write. I hurry from one story to another, then third, then fourth. Do you think there is anything bright and beautiful about that? Even now, charmed as I am talking to you, I do not forget for an instant that an unfinished story is awaiting me. I catch a glimpse, an impression, an idea from a sentence, from your sentence or my own, and hasten to lock it in case I need it in the future. Am I not a madman? Should I not be treated by those who know me as a madman? That it is always the same old thing. Till I begin to think that all this praise and admiration is nothing but a deception. And I should be gripped and thrown to the lunatic asylum. Best years of my youth has been made one continuous torture for me by my writing. A young writer, especially if at first he does not make a success, feels clumsy, ill at ease. His nerves are all on edge, at the point of breaking. When my first play opened, I was mortally afraid of the public. How terrible it was. What agony!
But don't your inspirations and acts of creation give you moments of lofty happiness?
Yes, I love writing. But no sooner does a book leave the press when it becomes odious to me. It is not what I meant it to be. I should not have written it at all. And then the public reads it and says, yes, it is nice and pretty, nice and clever, but not nearly as good as Tolstoy. Or it is a lovely thing, but not nearly as good as Dostoevsky. Or as Turgenev. And so it will be till my dying day. And when I'm gone, those who knew me will say as they pass my grave, here lies Grigorin, a clever writer, but not as good as Turgenev.
You must excuse me, but I refuse to understand what you're talking about. The fact is, you've been spoiled by your success.
Success?
Yes.
What success? I do not like myself as a writer at all. And often I hardly know what I'm writing about. I love this lake, these trees, the blue heaven, and the nature's voice speaks to me. And wakes a feeling of passion in my heart and an uncontrollable desire to write. But I'm also a citizen. I love this country, my people, and as a writer, it is my duty to write about their sorrows, their future, rights of a man, and so on. And so I do. And then I'm hounded on all sides by an angry public. Like a fox. And I hide in the brush and see life and knowledge fleeting before me. And then I know that all I'm fit for is describing landscapes. And whatever else I attempt rings hollow and false.
You must excuse me, but I think you work too much. And to others you appear great and splendid man. What if you're disconnected with yourself? If I were a writer like you, I should devote my whole life to the service of the people, knowing at the same time that their future depends on their power to rise to my level, and they should parade me around in a chariot.
In a chariot? Who do you think I am? Agamemnon?
For the bliss of being a writer or an actress, I could endure want and disillusionment and the hatred of my friends, but I should demand in return fame, real, resounding fame. Goodness, my head wriggles.
Thank you. I don't think I should have written that. What a blessing such beauty is.
Yes.
I don't want to leave this place. I have to go and pack, but I don't want to leave this place.
Do you see that house over there on the far shore?
Yes.
It was my mother's house. She died actually when I was a child, but I was born there. And I spent my whole life beside this lake. And I know every little island in it.
Oh, to blessings living such a place like this. What is this?
A gull.
Gull.
Constantine shot it.
Oh, what a lovely bird. I can't bear the thoughts of going away. Can't you persuade Irene to stay?
What are you writing?
An idea that suddenly came to me. An idea for a short story. A young girl grows up on the shores of a lake, as you have. She loves the lake as the gulls do, and is happy as free as they are. But a man sees her, who chances to come that way, and he destroys her out of idleness. As this girl here has been destroyed.
Buddies, where are you?
Here. I'm in this minute. What is it?
We're not leaving.
Oh.
This is a dream!
What do you think, Bob? Do you feel culturally edified?
Well, that old feller delivered a pretty good speech.
The wife of his reminds me of my mother-in-law.
Everybody knows who's the boss when she's around.
Oh, she's not his wife.
How's that?
He's a writer, and they ain't married. And her son, that wild boy with the gun, he hates him.
No.
Yeah, he does.
You figured all that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he wants to be a writer too, but he knows he ain't as good as Trigorin is, and he believes that he's been stealing his mother's affections.
Oh, I see. That would rile the fella up.
So, who's that girl, the young ingenue?
Oh, just a young girl, tired of living at the lake.
She had a mighty fine speech also, I suppose. Yeah.
Tell me, Bob, which one of our dramatic persona most spoke to you?
To me? Oh, that one fella that looks after them horses?
Ilya Afanasьevich Shamraev.
If you say so. I can sympathize with him pretty well. You know, that well-to-do lady demanding them horses when she knows damn well all the horses are busy. That I can relate.
Quit her complaining, Bob. If you hate her job so much, why don't you just quit?
I suppose you'll hire me on a job place to plant petunias and mend fences. Are you paying a decent wage at least?
Not if you're gonna cater well every time I need a horse.
Shut your damn trap.
And what about you, Miss Rebecca? Did any of our lively cast sing to your heart?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know. Sorry.
And maybe...
Надя, пойдем начинать третий акт.
Да к черту твой третий акт. Our fiery actors finally decided to put in an appearance.
Вы отвлекаете и тратите время хуже, чем эти зрители.
Надя, давайте прилично себя будем вести.
Miss, you better back away from my wife right now.
Надя. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. When you place yourself at the mercy of a band of fiery Russian thespians, you know, any number of outcomes is possible. You'll forgive our fervency.
Так вот она, твоя любительница сонет. Надя.
Поэтому нужна муза, да, Демьян? Быть или не быть? Вот в чем вопрос.
Надя, у нас будет антракт, мы сможем нормально поговорить.
Демьян, с меня хватит. Я устала от всего этого. У нас нет денег. У меня нет денег. Даже на сигареты. Одна осталась, да. Одна. А тебе важно волочиться за каждой юбкой, которая знает 3 строчки из Шекспира. Ой, какая молодец. Я устала от этой грязи, от этой пустыни, от этих провинциалов. Ты думаешь, есть хоть какое-то дело до Антона Павловича Чехова, Демьян? Опомнись!
What the hell is going on here?
Я была так рада выступать с тобой на одной сцене. Спасибо тебе за все. Я пойду.
Куда ты пойдешь?
Я сяду на дилижанс и вернусь в Форт-Апаче. А оттуда домой. В Петербург.
Кто знает, сколько тебе придется ждать этот дилижанс.
3 days.
Надя, может быть, мы хотя бы город доиграем до конца?
Нет. Пойдем, Климент. Я хочу со всеми попрощаться.
That's it then. Are you all done here for tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, due to unforeseen circumstances, the remainder of our play would be postponed until tomorrow evening at no extra cost for you, of course. In fact, feel free to bring additional companions. The end of our show will be free for all comers.
Was that enough action for you, Bob?
Well, you got some fiery actors back there.
They probably planned it all out, so it was feel like we was getting our money's worth.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, I think we're done here, right?
Are we?
Yeah. We are indeed done for tonight. But I trust to see you tomorrow. You surely won't want to miss what comes next.
Yeah, and what comes next? I wonder. All right, Rebecca, come on in.
Oh, sorry, I feel a little bit too lightheaded from all the excitement. Do you mind if I sit a bit more and get some fresh air and...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, all right, then, miss. I shall leave it tonight.
You mind if I hand home Rebecca? I still got some chores to take care of.
Yeah, sure. Don't trouble yourself.
Good night, Rebecca.
Good night.
Ma'am?
Good night, Miss Cora. Our story is halfway finished, and so many love affairs are still unfulfilled, and so many yearnings and desires are left unsatisfied. We invite you to ponder the fates of our stricken characters, which will be revealed in Act 3 of Seagull.
She talks like we was watching the height of melodrama. Seemed a bit overly verbose to me. A little boring.
It's because you're unsophisticated. The whole story went right over your head.
Is that so? Well, tell me, Junie, which part of the story did you find the most enrapturing?
Well, the part where this fellow was talking about writing his books.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're training to be a great poet.
I should have never shown you my diary.
What was that you wrote about Bill Mitchell? A shock of curled black hair is tossed by the wind on the head of a man to whom love...
Oh, she was 12 years old.
Back when you were young and beautiful. Well, maybe you can ask that writer fellow for some writing advice.
Hey, look, it's this lady who played the lady.
The mom of the lovesick boy.
Oh, well, look at that. You were paying attention after
Let's
all.
go talk to her. Ask her some questions about Russia.
She don't want to talk to us.
Come on, Junie. When are you ever gonna get a chance to talk to a real Russian? Howdy, ma'am. We just wanted to come over and say that we sure did enjoy your performance. It was very sophisticated. My friend here wanted to ask a question about Russia. Go ahead, Junie.
Do you find, is it true that it always snows in Russia?
That's your question?
That was your idea!
Is it true that Moscow is a big city like Boston or San Francisco?
Do you find Americans to be friendly and hospitable?
Have you ever seen a dancing bear?
She doesn't speak English. What do you mean she doesn't speak English?
We just heard her give a bunch of them dramatic speeches. Her English sounds fine to me.
She memorized all her dialect phonetically. Say привет.
Привет?
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know.
See, you don't have to know what something means to say it.
Oh, but it sounded so sincere, so real.
She's a professional. She performed with Stanislavski.
Oh, is that so?
Who's Stanislavski?
Oh, well, what does that word mean, by the way? Привет.
That's the way friends say hello to each other.
Oh, well then, привет, then.
Пока, девочки, хорошего просмотра.
Привет, ma'am.
Я когда-то была такой же молодой и красивой.
Thank you.
Act 3 finds us in the living room of Sorin's house. Mr. Trigorin and Miss Arkadina are quite ready to leave the countryside and return to the big city. They're all packed and ready, as you can see. But there has been a little catastrophe that has delayed their departure.
I'm telling you all these things because you write books and they may be useful to you. I should not have lived another day if he had wounded himself fatally, yet I am courageous. I decided to tear this love of mine out of my heart by the roots.
How will you do it?
By Marin Medvedenko.
The school teacher?
Yes.
I don't see the necessity for that.
Oh, if you only knew what it is to love without hope for years and years. I shall not marry for love, but marriage will at least be a change. Will bring new cares to deaden the memories of the past. Shall we have another drink?
Haven't you had enough?
Fiddlesticks. Don't look at me with that expression on your face. Women drink oftener than you imagine, but most of them do it in secret, not openly as I do. To your good health.
To your good health.
You're so easy to get on with that I'm sorry to see you go.
And I am sorry to leave.
You should ask her to stay.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't stay. Because her son has been behaving outrageously. First he attempted to shoot himself, and now I hear he is challenging me for a duel. Although what his provocation may be, I cannot imagine.
It is jealousy, but that's none of my business. Well, I shall now say goodbye and wish you a pleasant journey. Remember me kindly in your thoughts. Thanks for your goodwill. Please send me your books and be sure to write something in them. Nothing formal, but simply this: to Masha, who, forgetful of her origin, is for some unknown reason still living in this world. Goodbye.
Hello, Nina.
We are soon to be parted, and perhaps to never see each other ever again. Is it odd or even?
Even?
No, it is odd. I had only one pea in my hand. I wanted to see whether I am to become a great actress or not. If only someone could advise me on that.
I believe no one should advise on things like that.
If we are never to see each other once again, I should like you to have this gift as a remembrance of me. It has your initials engraved on one side and the name of one of your books, Days and Nights, on the other.
Oh, a lovely gift. So sweet of you.
Please think of me sometimes.
I shall never forget you. I shall always remember you as you were. You remember that day a week ago when you wore your light dress and we talked a lot, and the white seagull lay on the bench beside us?
Yeah, the seagull. I'm begging you to let me see you once more before you leave. For 2 minutes. Alone.
Stay here at home, you poor old man. How could you pay such visits with such rheumatism of yours? Tell me.
Page 121. Lines 11 and 12. Page 121, lines 11 and 12.
I am absolutely exhausted. Someone has left. Was it Nina?
Yes.
I beg your
Page
pardon.
one,
We haven't interrupted
21.
anything. We have already packed.
Okay.
You are packing your fishing rods too.
Yes, I shall need them. But you can give my books away.
Nonsense, I shall keep them safe for you.
By the way, do you have any of my books here in the house?
Sure, library is a corner cupboard.
Corner cupboard, okay, thank you. Page 121, lines 11 and 12.
So you're going away, and I shall be lonely without you.
What would you do in town?
Nothing in particular, but somehow it's so nice to leap out of this swamp for an hour or two. I'm tired lying here like an old cigarette stump. Oh, I ordered the carriage for 1 o'clock. We can go away together.
No, no, no. You must stay here. Don't catch cold, don't get lonely. Please, keep an eye on my boy. Keep along proper paths. I will go and I shall never find out why Kostya shot himself. I think major point was jealousy. The sooner I took Trigorin away, the better. Huh?
I think there were other reasons besides jealousy for his act. You see, he is a young chap living in the depths of the country without money or position, with no future ahead. I'm devoted to him and he's fond of me, but nevertheless he feels quite useless here. Not much then dependent in this house. There's a pride in him.
He's a misery to me. He might enter the army.
I believe the better thing for him would be if you will let him have a little money. You see how he dresses. He has the right to dress like a human being. And it wouldn't be the bad thing for him to go abroad, say for a time. It wouldn't cost much.
Yes, of course, I shall manage his clothes, but I can not let him go abroad. And no, not even clothes. I have no money. Really, I haven't money.
Of course, darling, don't be angry. You're a noble, generous woman.
But I have no money.
If I had any money, of course I would let him by myself, but all my passion is going to the farm manager, and he puts it into the cattle, or bees, the farm, and in this way it is gone forever. The bees die, the cows die. He never let me have a horse.
Of course, I have some money, but I'm an actress, and all my expenses on dresses can make me bankrupt.
Oh, you're the dearest. I love you so much, but
Pyotr, help! Help! He's fainting!
I'm all right. I'm all right now. Thank you.
Do not be frightened, Mother. These attacks are not dangerous. My uncle often has them now. You must go and lie down, uncle.
Sure, I will lie for a time, but I'm still going to the Moscow all the same. But I shall lie down for a bit before.
Do you know the riddle? On 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at noon, and on 3 legs in the evening.
Yes, and at once back at night. But I can walk alone, thank you. Thank you.
Goodness, what formality!
He made me a dreadful fright.
It's not good for him to live in the country. Mother, if you would only untie your purse strings once and lend the man, I don't know, 1,000 rubles, he could then spend a whole year in town.
I have no money. I'm an actress, not a banker.
Can you please change the bandage for me, Mother? You do it so gently.
The doctor is late.
Yes, he promised to be here at 9 and it's noon already.
Sit down, Jules. Sit down. You look as you have turban on. And the stranger in the kitchen said that, asked me what nationality you belonged. Oh, look. So your wound is almost healed. When I'm gone, you're not going to do any of your...
No, Mother. I did it in a moment of insane despair, when I lost all control over myself. It would never happen again. Your touch is golden. Do you remember When you were still at the State Theatre, there was a fight in the courtyard. I was still a little child. There was a fight and the poor washerwoman was almost beaten to death. She was nearly unconscious, and you nursed her till she was well and bathed the children in the washtubs. Have you forgotten it?
Yes, entirely.
Two ballet dancers lived in the same house. They often came to see you and have coffee with you.
I remember that.
They were very pious. I love you again these past few days. As trustingly and lovingly as a child. I have no one left but you. But why do you let yourself be controlled by that man?
You don't understand him, Kostya. He has got a wonderfully noble personality.
Nevertheless, when I told him that I wished to challenge him to a duel, his nobility didn't prevent him from playing the coward and fleeing.
Nonsense! Nonsense! I asked him myself to go with me.
Some nobility, then. Here we are, quarreling over the man, and he's probably in the garden, laughing at us at this very moment. Or else enlightening Nina's mind into thinking me a genius.
You enjoy talking bad things about this man. I have the greatest respect for him, and I must ask you not to speak ill of him in my presence.
Well, I have no respect for him at all. His books make me sick.
That is the talk of a decadent.
I suppose you think that he's a really gifted author when your son, a no-good son, cannot even write anything of his own, huh? You know what? I am cleverer than any of you. You are slaves of convention, or else you strangle and trample upon. I refuse to accept your point of view. Yours and his, I refuse. And you know what? Go back to acting in your pathetic, miserable plays that you so much admire.
I have never acted in plays like that. And you could never even write the trashiest vaudeville! You worthless ragback!
Miser!
Ragback! Don't cry. Don't cry, you mustn't cry. Please, forgive your wicked mother.
Oh, if only you knew what it is like to have lost everything under heaven. She doesn't love me. I see now that I will never be able to write. Every hope has deserted me.
Don't despair. Don't despair. It will all pass. He is going away and she will love you again. Please. Yeah? Have we made peace?
Yes, mother.
And will you make peace with him? Please, don't fight with him. Surely you won't fight?
I won't. But you must not insist on me seeing him again, mother. I couldn't stand it. He's here. I'll go. The doctor will attend to my head.
Page 121. Here it is. Page 121, 11 and 12. If at any time you should have need of my life, come and take it.
The carriage will be soon here.
If at any time you should have need of my life, come and take it.
I hope you have already packed all your things.
Yes. Yes. Why do I hear a note of sadness and a cry of a pure heart that wrings my heart? If at any time you should have need of my life, come and take it. Let us stay here. One more day.
No.
Do let us stay.
No.
Please do let us stay.
Dearest, I know what keeps you here. I know. You must control yourself. Be sober. Your emotions have intoxicated you a little.
You have to be sober too. Be sensible. Look at what has happened as a true friend would. I know you are able for self-sacrifice. Be a friend to me and release me. Release me.
Are you so much in love?
I'm irresistibly impelled towards her. Maybe this is just what I need.
What? Love to a country girl? How little you know yourself.
People sometimes walk in their sleep, and so feel I as if I were asleep and dreaming of her as I stand here talking to you.
You mustn't.
Please, release me.
Talk to me like that. I'm an ordinary woman.
You could be an extraordinary woman if only you would. Love alone. Love alone can bring happiness on earth. The enchanting, poetical love of youth, which sweeps away all the sorrows of the world. I didn't have time for it when I was young and struggling and laying siege to the literary fortress. But now, at last, this love has come to me. I see it beckoning. Why should I flee?
You are mad.
So be it.
You have all conspired to torture me today.
She doesn't understand me. She won't understand me.
Am I so old and ugly that you could talk to me about another woman like this? You have lost your senses. You are splendid, glorious friend. You last chapter on my life. You are so good. You're so great. You're my wonder. You're my king. If you desert me, I shall.
Someone might come in.
I shall die.
Someone might come in, please.
Let them come. I'm not ashamed of my love. You want to do a stupid thing, but I shall not let you do this. You are mine, mine. This forehead, these eyes, these shoulders, all your being is mine. You're so wise, so clever, the best of today's writers. Yeah? Do you think that I'm flattering you? Do you think that I am... Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. I know how to treasure you. I know how to love you. Only me, I know this. Will you go with me? Will you not forsake me?
I have no will of my own. I never had. I am too indolent and submissive for that. Is it possible that women like that? Take me with you, and do not let me stir a step from your side.
Now he is mine. Of course, if you want to stay, you must stay. I shall go and you will come in a week's time. Okay, stay here.
Let us go together.
Really? Maybe stay?
Let us go together.
Okay, as you wish. Let us go together. What are you writing?
A happy expression that came to me today. A grove of maiden pines. This may be useful. So we are condemned once more to railway carriages, restaurants, hamburger steaks, and endless arguments.
I'm sorry to have to inform you that the carriage is at the door. It is time to start, honored madam. The train leaves at 2:05. Would you be so kind as to remember to inquire about Suzdaltsev, the actor, for me? He was inimitable in The Stolen Mail. I remember him acting in the same company as Ismailov, the tragedian once, who was also quite remarkable. Oh, don't hurry, madam. You still have 5 minutes. I remember them playing conspirators once in the same melodrama, and at the moment when they were discovered, instead of saying, "We have been trapped," Ismailov cried out, "We have been wrapped." Wrapped.
Here are some plums for the journey. They are very sweet ones. We want to give us something good on the way.
Thank you, Paulina. It's so kind of you. Thank you.
Goodbye, my dearie. If things haven't been quite as well as you wished, please forgive us.
Everything was great. Please don't cry. Don't cry. Thank you.
Kind sister, it's time to go unless you want to miss a train. I'm going to the carriage right now.
Yep, I shall go quickly to the station and see you off there.
Goodbye, my friends. We will see you next year if we live.
Send us a line to cheer us up. And goodbye to you, sir. Bye.
There it is. I have also forgot my cane. I probably lost it on the terrace. So we are off.
I have made up my mind. I knew I should see you again, so I must tell you. The die is cast. I'm going on stage. I'm abandoning my father and life here and beginning everything in you. I'm going, as you are, to Moscow. I shall see you there.
Stay in Slavyansky Bazaar Hotel. Let me know as soon as you get there. I'll be in Molchanovka Street in Grokholsky House. Let me know as soon as you get there. Now I have to hurry.
Just one more minute.
What blessing to know that I will see you so soon. Your glorious eyes, I will see them again. Your ineffably tender smile, your gentle features, with their expression of angelic purity. Oh, my darling.
Goodness! Such an illicit intrigue afoot here in the countryside. Will these two restless souls find comfort in one another? Or such an affair can lead only to a disaster? Stretch your leg, dear audience, because all will be revealed when we return with our Act 4!
Since it's all turning into a third-rate melodrama, I was hoping for something a little bit more elevated.
Stop it. You know, you'd rather read a lurid dime novel than think about morality and philosophy.
Fair enough. Anyways, look, it's another one of them Russians. Do you want to take her autograph too?
Truth to tell, she didn't actually sound very Russian to me. Did you notice how good her American accent was?
Now that you mention it.
You're still showing your nerves, but you're getting better.
Thank you. It feels easier.
I think you will be perfect by the time we get to San Francisco.
Sure. Have you always wanted to be an actor?
Never. I was hired to take care of the horses, but later Damien needed somebody to be a teacher. So this is my acting debut.
Debut.
Yeah, debut.
Oh, and the others, they are such professionals. Do they ever make you feel...
Ущербно.
Huh?
How do you say?
Intimidated?
Intimidated, yeah. No, they don't make me feel this. Maybe Agafia. She worked with Stanislavski.
Everybody keeps saying his name. Is it somebody famous in Russia?
I guess so. They all say he is, so... Agafia likes you though, so you're okay.
She said that?
You can see it in her eyes. Anyway, don't let the others intimidate you.
Thank you, Matvey. I'll try. Auntie?
Well, I would never have believed it if I had not seen all this with my own eyes.
Please, you must go.
I got a telegram from Cora Landry, and I had to read it twice. It surely was not possible that the Rebecca Childers I knew would cast aside her work and husband and set off with whom? A band of actors? My niece? Just a common tramp?
You should go, Auntie.
Well, I paid my 2 bits, and I do believe it. I will stay. Well, you know, you're quite effective in your role here. I never thought Nina to be a particularly silly girl. Naive, perhaps, but you have cast her in a new light. Now I glimpse some foolishness in her. Which of these men is that regarding you abandoned Bob for?
No, that's not like that at all, no.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, you know, after the show is over, you are coming with me back to Aspen. I have already hired a coach, and we're starting the first thing in the morning.
You came here all the way from Aspen, but however did you find me?
Well, I had some business in Gunnison, and it was just a minor detour to catch you here before you departed. And, you know, that little Russian girl you left behind. She's apparently quite the firecracker, and it gave her great pleasure to tattle about your itinerary.
I will not go with you. I will not return to Bonanza City, and I will not return to Bob, even though God knows that sweet man deserves better. I will not go with you.
Pardon me?
I will not go.
Well, what hold have these people over you?
Back home, it's like I'm their mascot. Remember how I used to write poems when I was a child? And Mother bought paper and ink special so I could write them all down. And she even sent one to newspaper in Boston, and they printed it. And Uncle sent us a clipping by parcel. Why, it must have cost him $1 just to send this scrap of paper. But for the father, it was the most important thing. He even built a frame, and it likely still hangs on the wall in Mother and Father's house. Father said it'd be the next Louisa May Alcott. I wrote stories too. I never did write a novel. And Bob, he's a charming sort. He persuaded Mother and Father to grant him my hand. But he don't know Louisa May Alcott from Annie Oakley. For our wedding day, I wrote him a poem, and you know what he did? He patted me on the head like I'm a dog that did a trick. Him and Cora and everyone back in time, they parade me around when there are strangers passing through. They have me read Shakespeare and sing some old hymns, and I'm tired of it. It's like I'm their mascot. I'm
I'm about tired of it.
And all these folks?
They don't pat me on the head because they know I ain't just doing tricks.
I see.
Listen, I really appreciate you coming here all the way just to check on me. But I'd rather you go and forget you saw me here.
Rebecca, you are a married woman. It's not my right to keep secrets from your lawful husband.
It is your right to do whatever goddamn thing you want.
Well,
you are welcome to stay until the end of the show, of course.
I see everyone is quite ready for the grand finale in Act 4. Well, look, who's the cat dragged in? Two years have passed since we last saw our trouble, the Russian party. Life has moved on, and still we find ourselves at the estate of our old friend Sorin. Just imagine the place. The wind moans in the treetops, and down here in the recently used chimney. This is normally a living room, but it has been converted for our young master Treplev, who has perhaps finally made something out of himself. Oh, there's a table, writing table, occupies the corner. All walls are covered in shelves full of books. Oh, the books! They spill everywhere! Can you see them? Can you smell that they're on the windowsills, on the chairs, on the floors, just everywhere? It's getting late. A watchman passes by outside.
All is well.
All is well. Is it truly so, Mr. Watchman? I believe I hear someone's coming.
Mr. Constantine, where are you? There is no one here. His old uncle is forever asking for Constantine and can't live without him for an instant.
He dreads being left alone. Ooh. This is a wild night. We have had this storm for 2 days.
The waves on the lake are enormous.
It's very dark in the garden. You know, this old stage ought to be knocked down. It's still standing there, naked and hideous as a skeleton, with the curtain flapping in the wind. I thought I heard somebody weeping in it as I passed there last night.
What an idea.
Come home with me, Masha.
I shall spend the night here.
Do come, Masha. The baby must be hungry.
Nonsense, Matrona will feed it.
It's a pity to leave himself 3 nights without his mother.
You've grown too tiresome. You used to talk about other things besides home and the baby, home and the baby. That is all I ever hear from you now.
Come home, Masha.
You can go home if you want to.
Your father won't give me a horse.
Yes, he will. Ask him.
I think I shall. Are you coming home tomorrow?
Yes, of course, tomorrow. for, Mother? Mr. Soren asked to sleep in Konstantin's room tonight. Let me make the bed. Oh, great.
Well, I'm going. Goodbye, Masha. Goodbye, Mother.
Ah, be off in God's name. No one ever dreamed, Mr. Konstantin, that you would one day become a real author. The magazines pay you well for your stories. You have grown so handsome too. Dear, kind Konstantin, be a little nicer to my Masha.
Leave him alone, Mother.
She's a sweet child. A woman, Konstantin, asks only for kind looks. I know that from experience. You see, you have vexed him. I told you not to bother him. I'm so sorry for you, Masha. Much I need your pity. But I see how the things are. I do understand. You see what doesn't exist. Hopeless love is only found in novel. It is a trifle. Love must be plucked out the moment it springs up in the heart. My husband has been promised a school in another district. And once we have left this place, I shall forget it all. I shall tear my passion out by the roots. Konstantin is playing. That means he is sad.
And I have 6 mouses to feed now. And 4 is at 70 kopecks.
A tough riddle to solve. It is a tough riddle to solve.
It's easier for you to make light of it. You're rich enough to scatter your own money to your own chicken if you wanted to.
You think I am rich? All the years of me practicing medicine, a time I could not call my life my own for one moment of night or day, all I managed to scrape by was 1,000 rubles. And I spent it all on a trip abroad. I haven't got a penny.
So you didn't go home after all?
How can I go home when your father won't give me a horse?
Would I might never see your face again.
Quite a lot of changes they did to this place. They made us living room into a library.
Konstantin likes to work in this room, because from it he can step out into the garden to meditate whenever he feels like it. Oh. Is this bag for me? Yes, for you, sir. Thank you. I want to give Konstantin an idea for a story. The Man Who Wished, Lone Cavalier. Oh, when I was young, I wished to become an author and didn't. I wished to marry and I also didn't. I wanted to live in the city and here I am.
You wanted to become a state councillor and here you are.
I didn't count. It came for its own accord.
Come, you must admit it, it's petty to quibble at life at 67 years of age.
Oh, big-headed. I still want to live.
That is futile. Nature has dictated that all life shall come to an end.
You speak as you're associated with life, but even you dread death.
A fear of death is an animal passion, one to be overcome. Only those who believe in afterlife have any logical reasons to dread death because they tremble over the life's sins. But you, my friend, on one hand you do not believe in afterlife, and on the other you don't have any sins. You served as a state councillor for 25 years, that is all.
28 years!
Probably keeping Konstantin from his work.
No, it's no matter.
Of all these cities you were visited when you were abroad, Doctor, which one did you like the best?
Oh, Genoa.
Why Genoa?
Because it has such a lovely crowd in its streets. When you leave the hotel in the evening and just throw yourself into the throng of this crowd and let them whisk you away without a care in the world, hither and thither, their life seems to be yours, their spirits flowing through you. You know, you actually start to believe in that great world spirit, like the one in the play that Nina Zarechna acted. Where is Nina, by the way? Is she well?
I believe so.
I heard she led a rather interesting life. What happened?
It's a long story, Doctor.
Tell it shortly.
She ran away from home and joined Trigorin. But you knew that.
Yes.
They had a child that died. Trigorin soon tired of her and returned to his former ties, as must have been expected. He'd never broken them, of course, and out of weakness of character, always managed to court both Nina and my mother. So from what I can tell, Nina's domestic life has not been altogether a success.
And what about her theatrical life?
I believe she made an even worse failure out of that. She made her debut on the stage of the Summer Theatre in Moscow, and afterwards she did a tour of the country towns. During that time, I followed her wherever she went. She always attempted great and difficult parts, but her delivery was harsh and very loud, and her gestures were crude and heavy. She shrieked and died well at times, yes, but those were just moments.
So she did have a talent for acting.
I never could make that up. I believe she has. No. Well, I tried to meet with her, but her servants wouldn't admit her to a room. I respected her wishes and did not insist upon a meeting. What else can I tell you? She now writes to me that I've come home. Such clever, sympathetic letters. She never complains, but I can tell that she's profoundly unhappy. Every line hints at an aching, breaking nerve. She has one strange fancy. She always signs herself the Seagull in every letter. She's here now.
Here? What do you mean?
Here in the village, at the inn. She's been here for 5 days. We tried to come see her, but Masha here went, and she refuses to see anyone.
Yes, I saw her. She was walking away from here in the direction of the village, and I asked her why she had not been to see us. And she said she would come, so...
She won't.
Even the state councilor Sorin himself was a bit in love with her.
You old loveless, you.
Oh, I guess they are returned from the station.
Yeah, I could swear I could hear my mother's voice.
We all grow old and wither, my lady, while you, alone with your gay spirits and light clothes, keep the secret of eternal youth.
You are still trying to turn my head, my tiresome old man.
Oh, how are you, Petr? Still ill? How silly of you. How are you?
Oh, you recognized me.
Of course.
Long ago.
So you're now happy. Madam. Doctor. Your mother says you have forgotten the past and are no longer angry with me.
Boris has brought
Yes.
a magazine with your latest stories.
Yes, everybody in Moscow and St. Petersburg is mad about you. All ply me with questions about you. They ask me whether you're fat or dark, how old you are. Strangely, many think that you are no longer young. No one knows who you are because you write under an assumed name. You're such a great mystery as a man in an iron mask.
Very kind. Do you plan on staying long?
No, I have to go to Moscow tomorrow. I have an unfinished novel, and I also promised something to a journal. Same old business, you know. The weather has given me a rough welcome. The wind is terrifying. If it goes down, by morning I probably go fishing. And I would like to see the place where your play was given. You remember 2 years ago. I remember it very well. But would like to see the place where the scene was laid again.
Father, do please let my husband have a horse. He ought to go home.
A horse to go home? You know the horses have just been to the station. I cannot send them out again.
There are other horses. You are impossible.
I shall go on my foot.
On
Masha.
foot? In this weather?
Yes, it's only 6 miles. So, goodbye, Masha. Goodbye, Mother.
He'll get there all right. He's not some helpless boy.
Maybe we shall begin? Don't let us waste time. We soon shall be called to supper.
During long autumn evenings, we play this game. Look at the set. It's old one. Our mother played with us when we were kids. It's kind of monotonous game, but it's all right when you get used to it. Huh? Let's play before supper.
I see, he's read his own story. He hasn't even opened mine.
Kostya, would you like to play with us?
No, thank you, Mother. I'm not in the mood. I'll be in my room.
Are you all ready? I shall begin. 22.
Oh, here it is.
88. Have you put down 88? 60. 32.
Yes.
9.
Don't go so fast.
I'm still dazed by the reception they gave me in Kharkov.
Konstantin is playing. The poor boy is sad.
He has been severely criticized in papers.
34.
They want to attract attention to him.
He doesn't seem able to make a success. He somehow cannot strike the right note.
41.
41, you say?
And there is an odd vagueness about his writings, sometimes on the verge of delirium, and he has never created a single living character.
Students gave me innovation, 3 baskets of flowers, a wreath, and this thing.
14.
Now that is something
yes,
worthwhile.
51.
51.
Brother.
The state councilor is taking a nap.
2.
If you only knew, if I lived in a place such as this, would I write? Of course not. Never.
15.
I would devote my life to the catching of fish.
36.
And if I caught a bass or a perch, what bliss it would be.
I have great faith in Konstantin. There is something in his work. It's always so colorful and vivid. It always leaves a great impression on me. It's only a shame he just doesn't have a definite goal in view. He makes impressions, but one cannot go far with impressions alone. Madam, tell me, are you happy that your son is an author?
46.
You know, I have never read anything of his play. I have no time.
We have something here that belongs to you, sir.
What is it?
A seagull that Mr. Konstantin have shot some time ago. You told me to have it stuffed.
I don't
59.
remember. 59, yes.
One more. What is
23.
23. Oh, look, my card is full.
Oh, bravo! Bravo,
Bravo.
bravo. Whatever he does, whenever he goes, this man always has good luck. Let's go and have supper. Our famous guest didn't have any dinner. We can continue the game after that. Kostya, leave your writing and go with us.
Thank you, Mother Ryan.
Okay, as you please. Let me tell you about my reception in Kharkov.
I've talked a great deal about new forms of art, and yet I find myself gradually slipping into the beaten track. The poster hanging on the fence, a pale face framed in dusky hair. Face framed. Such blandness. I must begin again from the moment that my character is awakened by the sound of the rain. Everything after can go. Oh, and this description of a moonlit night that is so stilted and sophisticated. Take Trigorin. He has his tricks. He writes that the broken neck of a bottle, laying on the bank, glittered in the moonlight, and that the shadows laid black under the mill wheel. That, you have a moonlit night before your eyes. And I write of the shimmering light, twinkling stars, distant sounds of a piano melting into the still and scented air. Torturous. I see now. Good literature is not a question of forms, new or old, but of ideas. It must flow freely from the author's mind without him thinking about any ideas. What was that? I heard someone run down the steps. Anyone here? Who's there? Nina? Nina? It's you! It is you! I knew you would come. All day, my heart has been aching for you. My darling, my beloved has come back to me. We mustn't cry. We mustn't cry.
There's someone here.
No one is here.
Someone might come in. Lock the door.
No one shall come in.
I know your mother is here. Lock the door.
There's no lock on that door. I can put a chair against it. There, no one shall come in.
Let me have a look at you. It is so warm and comfortable here. This used to be a sitting room. Have I changed much?
Yes. You look thinner. Your eyes look larger than they were. Nina, it seems so strange to see you. Why didn't you come sooner to me? Why didn't you let me come to you? You've been here for 5 days, I know. I've been several times each day to where you live and stood like a beggar beneath your window.
I was afraid you might hate me. I dream every night that you look at me without recognizing. I've been wandering along the lake ever since I came back. And I've often been next to your house, but I never had the courage to come in. Come, let us sit. Let us sit and talk our hearts out. So warm and comfortable here. Do you hear the wind outside? As Turgenev says, happy is he who has a roof over his head and a warm corner to call a home at a night like this. I am a seagull. That's not it. What was I saying? Oh yes, Turgenev. And he says, and God help all the homeless wanderers.
You're crying again.
It's all right. I shall feel better after this. I have not cried in 2 years. And last night I went into the garden to see if our old stage was still standing, and I see it is. And I wept there for the first time in 2 years. and my heart grew lighter, and my soul clearer. See, I'm not crying now. Look at us. You are a writer now, and I'm an actress. We've both been sucked into a whirlpool. I am a sequel. Yeah, that's not it. Look at the reality. Tomorrow morning I must go to Gilead's and train with a lot of peasants. And at Gilead's, educated people will bother me with compliments. It is a bitter life.
Why are you going to Gilead's?
I have accepted an engagement there for the winter. It is time for me to go.
Nina, I've cursed you, hated you, torn up your photographs, and yet I known every second of my life that my heart and soul were yours forever. To cease from loving you is beyond my power. I've suffered continually since the moment I lost you and began to write, and my life has been almost unendurable. My youth seems to have been plucked from me then. I feel as if I've lived in this world for 90 years. I called out to you. I've kissed the ground you walked on. Wherever I looked, I've seen your face, and the smile has been the sole light of the best years of my life.
Why? Why does he talk to me like that?
I'm quite alone now. Unwarmed by any attachment. I am as cold as if I am living in a cave. Whatever I write is dry and gloomy and harsh. Stay here, Nina. I'm begging you, or else let me go away with you. Nina, why are you doing this? For God's sake, Nina!
Do not come to see me off. My carriage is at the gate. I shall find the way alone. Could I have some water?
Where are you going? Where?
Back to the village. Your mother here?
Yeah, my uncle fell ill on Thursday. We telegraphed her to come.
Why? Why would you say that you would kiss the ground I walked on? You should kill me rather. I'm so tired. If only I could rest. Rest. I am a seagull. That's not it. I'm an actress. So he is here too. Oh well, no matter. He does not believe in the theater. He used to laugh at my dreams, so that little by little I stopped believing in them too. Then came all the cares of love, the anxiety about my little one. I soon grew trivial and restless and played my parts without meaning. I never knew what to do with my hands, how to walk properly, how to use my voice. I am a seagull. That's not it. Do you remember how you shot a seagull once, Costa? A man passed that way and destroyed it out of idleness. That's not it either. Oh yes, the stage. I have changed now. I am a real actress. I act with joy, with exultation, and I feel the strength in me growing with every single day. I understand now, Costa. I see at last that whether we write or act, it is not the fame that we dreamt of that's important. No. It is the ability to endure and to carry one's cross. One must have faith. And I do. So when I think about my calling, I do not fear life.
So you found your way. You know where you are going? And I am still groping in a chaos of phantoms and dreams, not knowing what and or whom I am served by it all. I do not believe in anything. I do not know what my calling is.
Hush. I must go. Goodbye. When I'm a famous actress, you must come and see me play. Please promise to come. But now, I'm tired. I'm almost fainting. I'm hungry.
Stay and let me fetch you some supper.
No. And do not come to see me off. My carriage is at the gate. I shall find the way alone. So she brought him here too. Oh, well, why should it matter to me? Do not tell Trigorin anything if you see him. I love him even more than I used to. It is an idea for a short story. I love him to despair. Do you remember, Kostya, how pleasant the old times were? How beautiful days we had. How a feeling, as sweet as a flower, blossomed in our hearts. Do you remember all men and beasts, lions, eagles and quails, silent fish in the sea, and all the invisible creatures? In one word, life. All life. All life, completing the dreary round set before it, has died out at last. It's been 1,000 years since the earth last bore a living creature on its breast, and the unhappy moon lights its lamp in vain.
It'd be a pity if she were seen in the garden. Mother would be distressed.
Doors seem to be stuck. It's like some obstacle course.
Let us continue the game.
And I guess we need tea. Someone bring the tea at once.
Here is the seagull I told you about. You told me to have it done.
I don't remember a thing about it. No.
What was that?
I guess it's nothing. Maybe a bottle of medicine has blown up. I'll go see. Just as I thought, bottles of feather in my case blew up. Spellbound once more I stand before thee.
Good heavens. This sound reminded me of just everything was black before my eyes.
There is an article in this magazine from America about a month ago. I'm interested about this. We must make Madame Arkadina away from here. What I wanted to say is Constantine shot himself.
No.
люди, львы, орлы и куропатки, рогатые олени, гуси, пауки, морские звезды и все существа, невидимые глазу. Одним словом, все жизни, все жизни, все жизни, свершив печальный круг, угасли. Уже тысячи веков, как земляне, носят на своей груди ни одного живого существа. И эта бедная луна напрасно зажигает свой фонарь. The bodies of all living creatures have turned into dust, and the forces of matter turned them into stone and water and clouds, but their spirits have flowed together into one, and that great world soul am I. Во мне сознание людей слились с инстинктами животных. Я помню все, 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 и каждую жизнь в себе я проживаю вновь. I am alone. Once in 100 years my lips are opened, and my voice echoes mournfully across the desert earth. But there is nobody to hear me. And you, poor lights of the marsh, you do not hear me. Боясь, как бы в вас не зародилась жизнь, Отец вечной материи, дьявол, каждое мгновение в вас, как в камнях и в воде, производит обмен атомов, и вы меняетесь непрерывно. Во Вселенной остается неизменным один лишь дух. Like a captive in a dungeon, deep and void, I don't know where I am, nor where I'm going. The only thing that's not hidden from me is that in my fierce and abstinent battle with Satan, I shall at the end be victorious. Материя и дух сольются в гармонии прекрасной. Will soon be one in glorious harmony. И царство мировой воли наступит на земле. And the kingdom of freedom shall begin on earth. Но это будет лишь когда мало-помалу. After countless eons, the earth and moon and shining Sirius itself shall turn into dust.
Until that hour, horror, horror, horror.
If you love me,